This is Zinc, Arkansas. Zinc is a small town in northern Arkansas that formed in the late 1800s as a mining town where there was an abundance of lead and, fittingly, zinc. And what started as a mining town quickly adopted a new name for itself.
What's red worldwide?
Explain to me why Coops like that.
These videos were taken in a neighboring town to Zinc called Harrison. Harrison is a much larger town and is widely known as America's most racist town. But Harrison is actually trying to fight off that reputation. Harrison gets this reputation because a few miles away in Zinc, Arkansas is where the country's largest KKK chapter lies.
Everyone, left face, forward, march. For God. For God. For country. For country.
You want to be in the Klan? Fight for the Klan. I fight for it 7 days a week.
For race. For race. Klan. For Klan.
White power!
White power.
We do not protect our race and protect our people. They're going to destroy. They're going to kill us.
But wait. I thought Zinc was just a mining town. How does this little mining town in the middle of the Ozarks of Arkansas become home to the largest KKK chapter in the whole entire United States? Well, Zinc was booming in the early 1900s, producing much needed materials and metals used during World War I. The town was building schools, post offices, and its population was growing quickly. In 1927, this all came to a screeching halt. The Great Mississippi Flood of 1927 was the most destructive river flood in the history of the United States. In this flood, over 500 people died and over 630,000 were directly affected in the states of Arkansas, Mississippi, and Louisiana. This flood came ripping through Zinc, Arkansas, and the town was completely destroyed. The town's only store and post office soon closed because of the diminishing population. With no industry, no jobs, and very few residents, Zinc didn't have much of an identity. This all changed in 1975 when a man named David Duke came into Zinc and founded the Christian Revival Center, which ended up being the birthplace of a new Ku Klux Klan chapter. David Duke founded this church with the main message of loving God and loving your people. Your people referring to your own ethnicity. The Bible never talks about loving only your people, as Mark chapter 12 verses 30 to 31 state to love your God with all your heart and your neighbor as yourself, so this church is definitely off track when twisting the words to somehow come up with the idea that we should only love people belonging to the same ethnicity. But anyways, this so-called church is home to the present-day Knights of the Ku Klux Klan, which is apparently attempting to bring a kinder, gentler reputation to the Klan. However, on the Knights Party website, they state that non-whites need to act a certain way because they are allowed to live in the US, and they are also very against any communities where races are intermingled together. They are separatists. The Knights of the Ku Klux Klan are still active today under the authority of the director Thomas Robb, who is more broadly known as the head of the KKK. Thomas Robb, when interviewed by Sky News, seems to still have a similar ideology that the original Klan held in the early 1900s.
Just because people are talking about the Klan doesn't make them powerful.
I didn't say anything about being powerful. We're not powerful, and I have no illusions of being powerful. But the fact is we have a voice, people respond to it, whether people join the Klan or become involved in the white nationalist movement, I don't care. I'm not trying to make the Klan the biggest club, if you want to use that phrase, in the country.
How do you feel about African Americans?
I think they have a right to be African Americans. The same way I have a right to be white.
Hispanics?
Same as blacks, same answer.
Gay people?
I think gay people is an abomination.
The participation level of the Klan today is nothing compared to what it once was. Thomas Robb and his fellow Klansmen are working to spread their message in the larger town of Harrison by putting up billboards just outside the city's limits. These billboards promote white nationalist messages that are paid for by the Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. These billboards are reflecting negatively upon Harrison, Arkansas, even though the majority of the residents in Harrison disagree with the messages.
The reflection comes back on Harrison, and if we just keep quiet and let him do the speaking, it looks like we're all like that, and we're not. Harrison's not like that at all.
It does seem to come off as pretty racist in a sense that whites are more superior.
I don't see it as being any kind of a racism sign.
And make people stop and look. I mean, you start wondering, well, what does sign really mean?
The message is that white people have a right to be proud of who they are. Everybody else has a right to be proud, and I don't deny that.
I would hope that more people would stand up and say, this isn't us. We're not all about this.
Today, Harrison is still struggling with their identity, rebranding themselves from being America's most racist town. Thomas Robb uses Harrison to try and recruit new members, given this is a much more populated town than his hometown of Zinc. What would you do if you were the mayor of Harrison? Make sure to subscribe and let me know down in the comments below.